We're going to go ahead and go into our agenda right now. We're talking about missing black kids. Um, we have an issue, and I know on my social media, I don't know about yours, but every other post is someone's missing across this country.
That is
And I
true.
know here in Atlanta has been an issue before. There's someone in jail right now that's been serving life. That he done been in jail since 1989. Yeah, and we talk every day, but now the attorney is convinced that he didn't kill all these people. I think maybe some KKK was probably involved.
You know how they
kids was
know how to
throwing off
set,
the,
set you
yeah,
up.
yeah.
They set us up.
So we're stepping up and going to help him.
Okay.
But what kind of research have you done, Infinity, about the missing kids? 'Cause I know you've been doing a little research on that. Are you concentrating just here in Georgia or across the country?
It's just I can just say across the nation.
Okay.
Kids are coming up missing and
Or even being turned into sex
trafficking.
trafficking.
Maybe the parents doing something and get caught up in
Or sex trafficking their own kids.
their kids and stuff like that. So I really want to really talk solutions, because how the world is, we not gonna be able to stop what's designed in that type of order,
Right.
because everybody have a purpose of what it is they doing, and it's wrong. So everybody just have to, when you have your kids as toddlers, man, you have to make sure they know their name, make sure they know their parent, your name, make sure they know where they live, make sure they know how to access a phone. And not only that, tap into how they're feeling. Most parents raise their kids to fear them. So imagine you having kids that's scared of their parents and going through stuff and don't know how to talk to their parents about, but you got a stranger over here somewhere seeing what's going on in your house, so you don't even know that these people are watching, because there's always somebody watching. So imagine they seeing this, and your kids somewhere maybe at school, because when you send them to public school, they not your kids, they become public kids, the school kids. So imagine they're there and somebody come and approach them or talk to them or get them attention or show them what they not getting at home, and that can lead to them to be kidnapped or lead them astray or something like that. But to me, it starts from home, comes from home, and how you raise your kids when they dealing with strangers.
I want to go back. You said that when it came to discipline, my parents, I was afraid of my parents. Not afraid like that, but it wasn't all about keep going up to the school and all what these kids doing today. I wouldn't be here today talking to you. 'Cause I remember when I smacked the principal. I was in the 3rd grade, smacked the principal.
What?
My dad said, "This is the last time I'm coming up to this school." And what happened was she made me eat something I didn't want to eat. So I slapped her. So my dad came up to the school and said, "Oh, you want to show out?" So he whipped me in front of the whole school. Then my mom got me when I got home, and then they whooped me, but they told me why they did it. Because I think parents these days is disciplining their kids, but they don't tell them the reason why they doing it. They broke it down to me, said, "Son, I hated to do this, but this is the reason why I did this to you. You cannot go to school and disrespect adult first. You have to listen to your teachers. They might not be right every time or whatever, but at the same time, you go to school to learn. You don't go there to show out." But we got to take a quick break right quick. Again, this has been Keeping It Real with New Order. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today's world.
Hi, I'm Michael Kyle, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later. Bye.
That's on a new one.
Back in the Keeping It Real with New Order. My name is Gerald Rose, president of New Order, National Human Rights Organization. I have my co-host, Miss Infinity, who's the ambassador of the organization. We're not just doing these TV shows. We actually out in the community doing the work, because I'd rather be doing the work and doing this TV show, because my heart is out there with our people. Before we went to a break, we was talking about our future, which is our children. Beautiful children. Mm-hmm. But some of our children are not focused because our parents are not focused. That's where they get it from. Am I correct?
Right.
Got a lot of sex trafficking going on. But Infinity has been doing some research on our missing kids in our country. I'm going to let her kind of continue what she was talking about. But we did get off, not the subject, but we talked about we got to blame our parents, because that's who they learn from. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of our kids are raising themselves. That's why they get into these streets. Am I right?
Right.
So what did you actually find out? Was our kids are going through stuff mentally?
Our kids are mentally going through stuff because half of our parents in the community, they are on drugs. They are not even focused on being a parent or being a mother or being a father.
That's true.
And I just want us to just realize, just stop using sex because of the feeling, because you can bring kids into this world and they don't deserve to be coming into this world if you're going to neglect them in a way. And some kids be found roaming the streets at nighttime, little toddlers 3 and 4 years old, just to get to the house, and a mom just waking up from the fentanyl she done took or some type of drug, and wonder why your kids being kidnapped and stuff.
That's true.
And then on top of that, I also see too, when it comes into like pedophilia and stuff, you have most of these parents be looking at the Hollywood or whatever it is, and they dress their kids up like how the celebrities dress their kids up. But look at them celebrity kids and where they come from and who and where they go and where they spend all their time. Not your kids. And when you do that, you got mentally ill men and women out here, and just by having that, your kids can be violated.
That's right.
And or you can be violated just by them watching and seeing your patterns in the household, and you wonder why people coming in your house taking your kids, wonder why they doing what it is that what they're doing. But we have to wake up, and I don't want to use the word just adopt. If you don't want your kids, put them up for adoption. Like literally give them to somebody that really wants to care for them kids and teach them things so they can be the children of the future. But now, how can our children be the future when they into video games, they into all of this stuff that's not teaching them, that's not even helping their spirit? It's just bringing them more down, to be more destructive in the community, to give the government more reasons to attack, more reasons to, hey, use your kids for whatever reason that they need to be using. Just like they say in the Epstein files, how they have the kids and be doing adult stuff, you know, that's been going on for centuries. And unfortunately, they still was doing it until something happened.
Thinking of Epstein files, they said, what's the rapper, the famous rapper married to Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
They say he was involved.
Hey.
He's being investigated now, Infinity.
Anybody that took pictures of Epstein or had anything to do with anything done, participating in something, in some type of ritual with kids. It's sad to say, but hey, it's in the music. In one of his songs, he had
oh, did he? I didn't know that.
And he had this song called "Pretty Young Thing." I think it was with Pharrell. Go listen at that song. He talks about the young girl. He talks about the young girl in a song.
Wow.
And not only that, you have the queen that was with the president. She have a song with a minor and talking.
When you say the queen, who you talking about?
Nicki Minaj, the Barbs. They know who I'm talking about. She has a song with a minor at the time. I think it was like 12 or 13 from Young Money. I can't think of his name. They always say
whatever comes to dark comes to light. And this
she
stuff
has a
to
song.
Light now.
And then they have a picture of her getting off a plane with a minor.
Wow.
Like, so just Google it and look this stuff up. But it's a whole lot out there. And
the Clintons, Trump,
all of the Pizza Gates and all of that stuff. It's a lot in them files that they use to order our babies. And you want to know why your babies are missing. So my question
is, let's kind of go back missing kids. Well, now we're not saying that's why you're missing. Let's be clear on that.
Right.
It's not two different subjects. The fact we wanted to kind of address on our raising our own children and not being raised right. So I want to be clear on that. Now the part as far as the missing part, that's what I'm very concerned about. And it's like law enforcement, when there's a black person missing, a white person missing, they take their time trying to find a black person, if you know what I'm saying. This is America. Racism is well alive here. And our kids are just important, just as smart, you know, but for some reason when it comes to us, it's a division. But I do understand what's going on.
Right.
You know, but these missing kids, what kind of research did you come up with when you found out these kids were missing? Did you find out how they got missing, how long they've been missing, or?
Some kids been missing for a while. When you really look at it, melanated kids are very important. They have a very important DNA. So that can be a reason why kids are missing, especially if they're healthy, if they got blood type O or some type of genetics, you know. And if you're not protecting your kids, they probably can be used for organs or anything like that.
Right.
So
I know me growing up, I don't know about you, but we had family meetings. I don't know if you did, but
no.
What happened was, you know, it'd be like a Sunday night. I still remember the day. We'd go to the kitchen, sit down, and they say, "Is anything on your mind? Anything I need to know? Is anything going wrong at school? Like, are you getting bullied?" So my parents had that open relationship with us. You know, so I want to thank them for that because I paid off.
Yes, we need that. We need that. Family need that structure to sit down and get into the minds.
I was blessed, man. I was really blessed, you know. Before the activism, you know, my dad, you know, he stood for the community, but he was a father first, you know. But I remember them family meetings and stuff like that. We had to we had to do our homework. We all did it at one time. You know, we was required, you know, who's washing dishes. We had chores. You better not ask to go outside without before you're doing your chores.
That's needed.
I don't think they doing that these days, Infinity.
No, they not.
I bet you they not doing that.
They not.
First thing they get home, they jumping on a game.
They on games, iPod, not really doing homework. Who you got to help them with their homework if the parents at work?
Well, I understand. I give the parents a little excuse because
I don't want to give them no excuse.
Know what I'm saying? If they at work all the time trying to keep a roof over their family, that I can stand.
I get
but
it.
If you just not being in your kid's life and just giving them everything, go ahead.
Let's redirect. Again, before they gave us this educational system, we had is our family. We had our tribe. We learned from our parents. Everything we learned from our parents, right?
Right.
As of 2020, when they shut down, I literally said to the parents, because I seen a lot of women, they need to open up the system. God, I'm tired of these kids. They're getting on my nerves. Put them back. And I'm saying to myself, your kids.
Y'all made them.
Your kids are being raised full time in a school system. And you barely with them. So
That I have to agree
imagine
with you, right?
the school raising your kids, and when you get home and try to talk to your kid not listening at you. They not respecting you because they parents is at the school. Their teacher, the kids, or maybe the neighbors, or maybe they friends' parents, or their person because
Turn the witness. There you go. Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But you have to understand that you are the responsible for your kids. And I literally said, if you can get a at home job or some type of entrepreneur, something where you can be at home and raising your kids, looking in your kids' face, taking them to different activities, sitting and watching them what they do, you wouldn't have no issue.
Right.
But in our community, the parents never at raising their kids. They're always at daycare, school, or somebody else. The parent
Right.
was in there. And then you got broken households where the dad is not in the household. And that's another issue. So again, we need to be at home with our kids.
Right.
Like, figure it out. I ain't trying to say I know you need your bills paid, you need all that, but you have to somehow use what God gave you to come up with some type of way to attract currency.
Right.
You can't just be out here and somebody else, like you call a plantation job, you helping them build their company and you still struggling.
Right.
Your 9 to 5, you still, but your kids been neglected. Somebody told me not too long ago that they wanted to move somewhere, and then they say, well, I'm not going to move because the kids need their friends and the kids, they need this and blah. And I'm like, so you're going to put the kids over you moving to a better community or a better state for more benefit to where you can take care of, provide, but you'd rather stay in a town where you getting less benefits just because your kids can stay in the neighborhood in the school system that they're in.
Right.
And I feel like we can't be blaming the kids because they would grow up to resent you. Because I done heard some parents say, "You're the reason why I couldn't go to school. You're the reason why." And then the kid gonna grow up like, "I'm here, and my mama couldn't do nothing." So that can do something with their self-esteem and their confidence as well.
Let me go back. You you said, now when I was growing up, I had a lot of friends that was raised by a lot of single mothers. And Infinity, they did not play. I mean, I know it takes a father to raise a boy, but it was some of my friends was raised with just a mother, and they didn't play back in the day. So what I'm saying is we use too many excuses. Now I know it takes a man to raise a man. Let me be clear on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we use too many excuses when the father's not around, because I know some moms did not play.
We don't have
Far
them
as
type of
discipline,
moms.
man, I mean, and stuff. It's like that done change too. Did you know some people that was just raised, just their mother?
I
They didn't
done
play?
had parents. I done been in household where
the moms
parents
didn't
didn't
play,
play.
and
We
the
had to
dad
get up
wasn't, yeah.
early in the morning, say our prayers, clean chores before we do anything.
Right.
Before we go outside and play, there was structure. But
Structure, that's it.
as I'm gonna say, when the 2000s came, things shifted with the parents that they gave birth in the 90s. Like
Right,
you
right,
have,
right.
they call it Gen Z and Gen X or whatever. When they gave birth, that sort of changed the dynamic
Right,
of kids.
Right.
And then now you got the 2000s having kids, and they still kids themselves, and they still stuck in the culture side of the world.
Right, right.
So that's not giving them structure.
That's true. Us black folks, we use too many excuses. Too many excuses. But let me be clear again. It takes a man to raise a man.
And I
I
want to
do.
point on
I
this
do
too,
Go ahead.
that I said during the 2020. I was saying that because most women always, they'll get pregnant, they'll put it on the man like it's your responsibility or whatever, and the man probably said, well, they ain't want no kids or whatever, but somehow you got the kid. And I was saying, by a woman carrying the baby actually she's nurturing and molding the baby in her stomach. So if you give birth to that baby, in your mindset supposed to be 100 to 1,000%. That's your responsibility of that baby that you're having. And if the dad don't want to be there, you can't just make him be there. You have to have it in your mind like you have to be the sole responsible of that baby. And if the man is gonna be there, he's gonna be there to nurture you while the baby's in your womb. He's gonna be there. Them the ones I feel like be good parents or good fathers because they're there. But if they not there during the time the baby is being groomed inside you, you can't make that man be there. You have to become 1,000% and lean on God and to get you through raising that baby. And you can do it. We can do it. But a lot of women always blame the dad and take the black man through chaos because he ain't ready to be a father. He didn't want the baby, but somehow she done manipulated whatever. Now the baby here, and he's like, don't want nothing to do with it. Now she want child support. If he don't have a job, but he's struggling to even take care of himself, why would you go put him on child support? Why would you get the courts involved?
Right.
That's not helping that black man.
That's true. That's true.
So I just feel like
my son's mother didn't have a good relationship, and it's kind of he got into some trouble. And I have to blame myself because I left, right, but at the same time I forgot I had a child. But we could not get along. I was like, I can't take this, So he grew up. He was raised by the mother. He started getting in trouble. He got my whole name. He got in trouble back in my hometown because he's a junior. Because they knew me and my dad was very active in the community.